Hi everyone, this is Andrea with Adventures and Dreams, and in this video I want to go over some of the functionalities that really make them stand apart, these three backpacks. We have the North Face Terra 55 here, the Osprey Kyte 36, and the Deuter Aircontact Pro 65+15, and they are all good in their own way. I know they can't really be compared because the size is very different and the way you use them is a little bit different, but some of the basic functionality you can still compare, and that's what I want to do with this video. The smallest and lightest of the three backpacks is the Osprey Kyte 36. It really has a lot of functionality for a smaller technical pack like this, and I use it mostly for rock climbing. It's a little bit too small for a backpacking trip unless you go super lightweight or you just have a very short trip, maybe just one night. The next one is my North Face Terra 55, and it's the medium size of the three. I use it on backpacking trips for spring through fall, but it's a little bit small for the winter trips. It has a lot of good features, but it's lacking some of the obvious ones for technical pack. The biggest backpack that I own is the Deuter Aircontact Pro 65+15. I bought it mainly for the winter season or for late fall because it fits a lot of gear. It has some great features. It's really truly a technical pack as you imagine it, but it does lack a couple of things also. Let's compare some of the key functionality side by side of the three backpacks. That's really the best way to tell which one is the best in some of these aspects. The larger the backpack, the better the padding is on the hip belt. With the best padding, of course, with the Deuter carrying 65 liters and more. Closing the hip belt is the same on all three, but the way you tighten them is a little bit different. Both the Osprey and the Deuter packs pull from the side, but the North Face pack pulls from the middle outward. I can't say that one is better than the other. All three of them tighten really well and it's very easy access. And because of the different design, they also open up slightly differently. But again, it's really no big deal. All three shoulder straps tighten and loosen the same way. It's a very universal design. The padding on the North Face pack and also on the Deuter pack is very good, but the padding on the Osprey is really too thin. It's kind of hard to carry for a long time. All three packs have stabilizer straps to pull the weight in a little bit, but a unique design comes from Deuter, where you can actually change the setting depending on your torso length. You can move the strap up to the other buckle there and get a better pull from it. I did have a hard time pulling the strap out and I gave up on that eventually. The sternum strap on the North Face pack and also on the Deuter pack are very easy to push up and down to adjust it, but the Osprey pack was a little bit harder to push up and down. Of course, you only really set this up one time and never change it again after that. Both the Osprey and the North Face pack also come with a whistle there at the buckle. What I don't like so much about the Kyte 36 is that it doesn't have a stretchable section in the sternum strap to kind of help with the breathing. Both the North Face and Deuter pack have this section, and when you walk for a long time and you breathe heavy, it really helps. All three packs have some kind of channels in the back panel to help with ventilation. I honestly can't say that I can feel this ventilation one way or another, but I suppose it helps. When you carry a heavy weight, you definitely will sweat one way or another with or without those channels. The torso length can be adjusted on all three of them, but the best design by far is with the Deuter pack, where it slides up and down quite easily. Terra 55 also has a pretty good solution, but you have to be careful about making sure the clip is closed all the way, otherwise it can change easily. By far my least favorite design is with the Osprey pack here. It has a Velcro section in the back, and it's pretty hard to loosen up. It keeps wanting to cling to the panel, and it actually scratched up my hand quite a bit in the process. All three packs have a lot of space in the hood pocket, and they usually also have a secure section for a key and also for some other items that you don't want to lose. It's the same with the Deuter pack, it has a lot of room as well, and just like the other two packs, it has a thing for a key to clip in. And here in the Osprey pack you have the secure pocket on the inside, and also again with a clip for your key. What I don't like so much about the Kyte 36 is the short zipper on the hood pocket. It's harder to get things in and out of the pocket because of it. There's also an added bonus with the Deuter pack. It has a day pack in one of the little pockets in the hood. I really love that feature, but it also makes a lot of sense because this backpack is so much bigger and meant for longer treks, for longer backpacking trips. Another bonus that the Deuter pack has and none of the others is the fact that you can change the hood height. You can adjust it if you have a lot of extra gear that you want to pack. The new North Face Terra 55 that is on the market now actually changed this design and added this feature as well, which I think is really important. I ran out of space, or almost out of space, many times with that pack, and I'm glad that they updated the design now. Both the Osprey pack and also the North Face pack have two pockets. They are both water resistant, but the neat thing for the North Face pack is that one of them is a mesh pocket. It's very lightweight and you can just put some things that really don't need to be waterproof. While the Deuter pack has a very big pocket, the downside is that it only has one pocket on one side. That is one of my least favorite features of this backpack, that it only has one pocket when you really need both of them for a lot of gear that you need access to quickly. All three packs have pockets on the side for water bottles and other gear, but only the Kyte 36 and the Terra 55 have stretchable pockets that make it very easy to fit bottles and other gear in there. The Deuter pack doesn't have a stretchable pocket. It's solid and it just has a strap to tighten things in, but I'm really not a big fan of this design because things don't hold really well in it. I often use this for my tadpoles, and they kind of slide around easily, and also the strap to tighten them further up is so high up that it really doesn't work. Both Osprey and Deuter integrated some really nice stretchable pockets on the outside of the pack. It's very easy to fit jackets and other gear in there that you need quick access to. This model of the Terra 55 doesn't have a pocket like this, but it does have two zippers on the side, and it fits actually quite a lot of stuff in there. They also changed this design in the newer model, and it now comes with a front pocket as well. All three packs have loops at the bottom for ice access and for other gear like that. The Deuter pack and also Osprey have some little gear loops for carabiners to clip other gear on top of the pack. That's one of the features that's completely lacking with the North Face pack. It doesn't have a single gear loop anywhere. All three packs also let you attach hiking poles or other gear, and by far the best design is here with the Deuter pack, where it's very easy to clip in and out and adjust the tightness. My second favorite design is from North Face with a very sturdy Velcro tab. I haven't tested the one that comes with the Osprey pack, so I can't speak how well it works. Both Osprey and Deuter included some straps at the bottom of the pack, so you can add additional things on the outside of it. This comes especially handy when I use my Deuter pack and I have to take my winter tent with me. It doesn't really fit my pack well because the tent is so big, so I strap it on the outside. The Terra 55 is lacking that feature, which I don't understand for a technical pack. All three packs have room for a water bladder. I have one that fits 2 liters, and it's a little bit on the tight side in my North Face pack, but it does fit okay. The compartment in the Deuter pack is much bigger. Of course, it's a bigger backpack as well, so it needs to fit a little bit more water for the longer tracks. If you have a narrow water bladder, you can also fit it in the side pockets, which is a pretty cool bonus of this pack. The access would be a lot easier for these pockets versus the internal compartment. By far my most favorite solution comes from Osprey. They did not include it inside the pack, but rather keep the bladder on the outside, which makes it really easy to refill, to push into the pack and to pull it back out. It's easy to install this way. It's just a really well-designed solution for this pack. Beside the standard access on the top of the pack, both Osprey and the North Face packs have access on the side with a zipper, which makes it fairly easy to get into. The Deuter pack has an even better solution, where a whole panel zips open to have a big opening in the pack to get things out without opening the entire pack from the top. All three packs have what we call a sleeping bag compartment. They're all very similar, they just have different sizes depending on the size of the pack. So the difference really makes the divider and how easy it is to open up and to close. And by far my most favorite solution here is with the North Face pack, where it just uses a couple of toggles to open up the divider and to close it again. It's really easy to install and we don't really have to think about it much. Because this Deuter pack is the largest of the three of them, the sleeping bag compartment is also quite big to fit a winter sleeping bag, for instance. The divider opens and closes with a zipper, which is an okay solution, but I think the toggles of the North Face pack work much better than this. The smallest one is that of the Kyte 36. It really doesn't fit a sleeping bag, just a couple of extra things. The divider opens up pretty easily, but I actually struggled a bit to install it again because I didn't remember how I opened up these buckles. And then I was trying several times in different ways to close it again. So I think out of the 3 of them, this is the worst solution. This can really be done a lot easier. But usually you don't really change this too often. You do this one way or another, and then you leave it alone. Out of the 3 packs, only Osprey and Deuter included a rain cover. The Kyte 36 has a little zipper at the bottom of the pack where you can pull the rain cover out of and pull the cover over the pack. What I don't like about this one is that it has a toggle on the bottom of the pack, so you kind of awkwardly move the pack around and then pull it tight at the bottom. My favorite rain cover comes with the Deuter pack. It also has a zipper at the bottom where you can pull the rain cover out, and it pulls over the entire pack. It doesn't have a way to tighten it, but it really doesn't need it because it has an elastic band all the way around the cover, which makes it really easy to install. It just pulls it tight and holds it in place this way. And everything is covered quite well on all sides. There's also a small band or a bungee that comes across the back of the pack, and it attaches on the other side just to keep the rain cover in place a little bit better. The Terra 55 doesn't come with a rain cover, which I think is not that great for a technical pack. You have to order it separately from North Face. And it has the size that fits several different backpacks. And this is a little bit on the larger side, but it actually works out pretty well because I always stuff a lot of extra gear on the outside. It closes with a toggle at the top of the pack and is very easy to open and close. You just hold the pack in front of you and you pull it tight. So the big question now is which of the 3 packs I like the most. And it's not an easy question to answer. The Osprey Kyte 36 has a lot of great features for its size. It could be a little bit more comfortable, but some of the design elements are pretty great. For instance, the hydration compartment on the outside of the pack. Osprey will also repair any damage that you might have on your pack, no matter how long you've had it. The North Face Terra 55 is one of the most comfortable backpacks that I ever carried, and it's also pretty lightweight. It does lack a couple of the features that the other technical packs have, for instance gear loops on the outside, or the rain cover, or extra space underneath the hood, which they did fix in the newer models. Almost all North Face products have lifetime warranty as well, which I've used quite often for my older tents already. If you have a long trip planned over several days or even weeks, I definitely recommend the Deuter Aircontact Pro 65+15 to you. It has a lot of amazing features, it has a lot of space and is very comfortable. There's only really a couple of downsides that it has, and that's the lack of an extra pocket on the hip belt, as well as the strange design for the water bottle pockets on the outside of the pack. If you want to fit anything longer in there, like tent poles for instance, they really don't stay in place very well because you can't tighten the pocket very easily. The Deuter pack only comes with a 2-year warranty, and after that they will still do repairs, but I am not sure if it's going to be free of charge or not, It didn't really specify on the website. So that's probably a downside of this pack, with the lack of a lifetime warranty, unlike the North Face and the Osprey pack. The most important thing is that the backpack fits you really well, and to ensure that, it has to have a way for you to change the torso length. And all three of those backpacks do that fairly well. The hip belt and the shoulder straps also need to be cushioned pretty well, so you can carry it comfortably for several hours. The Osprey Kyte 46 is lacking that cushioning a little bit, but it's also meant to be a very lightweight pack. Well, this is it for my review of those three backpacks, and I hope you enjoyed it. I included the links for each of the packs down below in the description, but I'm not making any money off of it. I just want you to be able to find it easily. Most of the footage that you saw here in the video comes from really cool trips that I went on last year and at the beginning of this year. You can find all of them in my channel, and it would be great if you check it out and if you tell friends about it. Well, this is it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care and go on some great adventures.